What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more live Eurythmics from their 1993 live compilation comprising performances from 83 to 89. And the next one is, of course, a favorite, certainly one of their most notable hits, which I say not based on knowledge of Billboard position or sales, though I imagine both of those were significant, but because it's one of the tunes that I heard a lot on the radio growing up. And going into the Eurythmics deep dive, it was one of a handful of tracks, probably you could count them on one hand. But yes, this one and Here Comes the Rain Again were the two that I had heard many times over the years. So yes, it obviously was a phenomenon, and I do think it is an incredible tune, and I did do a reaction not only to the audio version, the album version in audio form, but I did do a reaction to the music video a while back. Nevertheless, yes, I'm curious to hear how this sounds in a live context. I can't imagine it would be terribly different because it's such an iconic song that the more you mess with it, the more diehards or people who are very fond of the tune and are waiting to hear it, getting to see them live, would perhaps feel like, wait, this isn't what I was waiting to hear. Like, it's the song, but it's so different. Now, again, over time, of course, I'm familiar with groups, including groups famous for their synth pop in the 80s, that began to perform some of their classics from that decade in a different style. But yes, again, and especially because this is a live compilation spanning the years 83 to 89, I expect it to be pretty close to the album version. Let's give it a listen and find out. This is the Eurythmics. The track is Sweet Dreams Are Made of This, and it's from a live compilation released in 1993.
Dreams
I love it. In a way, it is what I thought. It's not terribly different, but it was a little more different than I expected. Number one, that main cycling electronic riff, that iconic electronic riff, it felt like it's the same riff, but it was like configured a little differently. It had a bit more electronic bristle, a bit more electronic fry to it. So yeah, it hit slightly differently, even though fundamentally it was the same riff. The guitar flourishing, I don't think that's in the album version of the track, is it? And I did wonder, like, is that Dave on the guitar, or is Dave in front of the keyboards and that's, a supporting musician who's doing those, not necessarily bluesy, but there was a bit of like soul blues in the guitar. And indeed, speaking of that, Annie's vocals, they are pretty much in the same place as the album version, although I think there's some flourishes, like, what was the one, like, near the end, like, I'll say it again, something like that. There's a couple moments where does she do that particular vocalization in that moment, in that rhythm? I'm not sure. But overall, it feels pretty similar, but I describe her vocals in the album track, even though they're very melodic and expressive, they have a coolness to them. It felt like there were a couple points here where she was being a bit more soulful in her delivery, which certainly, again, going forward in the 80s, there's a lot of soulful Annie singing, as their music, again, incorporates more soul and funk and some stylings that are a bit less straightaway electronic sounding synth pop as this tune earlier in the 80s. But yeah, it felt like her delivery was pretty much like the album track, but with a bit more soul flourish in certain moments. So again, it's an iconic tune. You could hear a couple points, like the crowd kind of singing along, although, like, most of the, like, recording was, sort of band focus, so it wasn't like you could hear the crowd like overwhelmingly singing, but there were a couple moments where, especially when it like strips down in the latter stages, I think you could hear them singing along to that iconic chorus. But yes, it's just a great tune no matter which way you slice it, how they perform it. And yes, I think this was both faithful to the album version, but with a bit of live flair to it, is I guess the best way to say it. So top tune, top performance. Let me know what you think. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.